Then my high school, I know in my bio they have written something else. I went to Machakos. And from Machakos, after I finished my high school, actually, many people don't know, but in July this year, I lost my uncle, my father's brother. He was a ex-chief inspector of police. And he wanted me to join the police. So I even recruited. The day of reporting to Kiganjo, I ducked. I didn't want to go to the police. So,
okay. And you couldn't tell him you don't want to join the police?
I couldn't, because he made sure. My first cousin is like the elder in the Mungaros family. He's a major who is retired now. He retired earlier. He is flying private at the Wilson Airport.
Okay.
He had just been taken and said, here you are in the military.
Wow.
He went cadet, he did, so it was my turn. He wanted me to go to the police.
Right.
And it was not in me.
Yeah.
So having refused, then I asked my father what I should do.
Yeah.
And he didn't want me to sit at home. So he had a friend, a very good friend of my father. It was called Mini Huts, the owners of Eden Rock Hotel, rather tropical hotels.
Okay.
Tropicana hotels. They own several hotels, including Eden Rock Hotel. And my father just said, okay, go there, do something for yourself.
At the hotel?
Yes. So I just taken by his friend who was the owner of those hotels, and he put me through in the hotel, working in every department, making sure that I understand what is this business. And that's how it started.
So let me take you back a bit. Why did you go to high school in Machakos?
When I finished my primary school, those days, you know, the challenges, it's not like now when we had, you have schools all over. Yeah? Schools were scarce, really. High schools were scarce. If you have Kilifi North today, or Malindi, where I was MP and Kilifi North, in my 5 years, I built new 11 secondary schools. But those days, you had maybe 2, 3 schools.
Right.
Everybody you had is either in Malindi High School or Gede High School. That's it. Or St. George's in Kaloleni.
Okay.
They're very scarce. So, and also maybe the grades I got that time was not automatic call to those schools. So I joined Machakos, and sometimes when people have this talk like, oh, this guy did not even go to school, I wonder, because I have people I schooled with. You know, the other day when I was working in the Ministry of Lands, and I went down to Fairview, and I was with one of the leaders of Kilifi, when Professor Ojenda came and said, you know, I was in class with Gideon in Machakos. So it's good sometimes to just let people say what they want to say. When I gained a bit of knowledge of the hotel, I went to work briefly at Ocean Sports in Watamu.
Okay.
I did a bit of another intensive training in the stores at Total Bay Hotel. Then from there, I went briefly to Leisure Lodge. From Leisure Lodge, I came now and joined, I came to Silver Sands Villas, which is next to Dream of Africa. It used to be owned by some Kenyan who was in the police here before, a Kenyan, white Kenyan, called Ray Goodwin. Okay. And from there, when I was the assistant general manager, having raised through different ranks, then I met with Flavio Briatore, the owner of Billionaire, and he had just come for holiday to Masai Mara and came for lunch to Malindi. And I think that short time he was there over lunch, he called me and said, you know, if I bought something in Kenya, would you leave this place and work for me? That's how it started with him.
What?
And 3 days later, when he left Kenya, he made sure he paid me a 3-month salary. He told me to give a notice, went to Standard Bank, opened a bank account in my name, sent everything of investment in my personal name.
What?
And that's how it started with Flavio Briatore. Then I came